Hi Leo, this video is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you'd rather Ascendant instead of Rising, depends which word you prefer using. So if this video doesn't resonate, that's completely fine. This is a general reading of a what might happen or what will happen before the end of this year. So I say might because this is a general reading. So something's maybe for some people, something maybe for other people. And when it comes to the whens in anything really, like spiritually, or rather tarot, especially tarot and other stuff as well. The whens can be quite tricky, so that's why I say might. I prefer using might than will. For some of you, this may resonate more than with others. A single message could be for a lot of people, and a lot of messages could be for one person. It could turn out like that as well. So I'll just read from the cards. The Hermit, Nine of Pentacles, clarifying the Hermit, the Three of Swords, and I know the Three of Swords is like painful and sad, but there is the good card here as well. So don't be deterred by the Three of Swords, and Eight of Cups. So I feel like this is an energy. The overall energy of this deck, I would say, is moving on. So for some of you, there was a breakup in the past, either a breakup or you were working on something, and it started feeling frustrating. You didn't feel the way you used to feel about whatever it is you're working on. It could be a job, could be a relationship, or could be something else completely. But something was, let's say, hurting your heart. Let's use basic words. Something was hurting your heart. Um, so then maybe you spend some time alone, or you spend some time trying to find yourself, or trying to find, maybe rediscover your passion, or find something else to do. But there's some searching, there's an element of searching for something or waiting for something. Usually in my other deck, I would say searching for something. This is someone who's sitting, she's not walking and looking, she's just sitting and waiting. So someone waiting for something. But I also interpret it slightly as looking as well because of the stairs. So maybe we as the viewers are the ones walking. So it's like from first person perspective, searching, and this is like our inner selves, or rather, this is your inner self, and you're walking across this weird other. I want to say this is the inner conscious. I'd say. And so then you walk away from something, you find the strength to walk away from something, and then now you're finally able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So that's the message for some of you. Either this will happen before the end of this year, or some of this has happened and the rest is yet to come. So some of you may be on this stage or at this stage, or could be at this stage. But either way, I feel like this is what's coming. Um, so that's like the whole reading together. Now individually, so this is to clarify this, and this is to clarify this. With the Hermit. Some of you this year, before the end of the year, so the rest of this year could be spent alone. For some of you, could be spent alone. I'm just gonna say how I see the cards. Could be spent alone, or could be spent in your consciousness. By consciousness, I mean maybe thinking a lot. Maybe thinking a lot, or it could be spent doing so what's to come, soul searching, or trying to find yourself, trying to find, it could be trying to find your passion, trying to find your light or some inner guidance, trying to find guidance of some sort, trying to find your way. So maybe for some of you it's about finding your way. It could be a more abstract definition of finding your way. So finding your way mentally. So if you maybe have some sort of, for example, let's say you're extremely shy and trying to find your way to handle your shyness and still like navigate around social situations. So that could be what's happening before the end of this year, trying to find that, and likely finding it for some of you. For some of you, likely finding it. For some of you, it could be this card is a more prominent card about the end of your year, or what might happen before the end of the year. So with this card, obviously this is pain, this is loss, this is sadness, this is other people's actions and words hurting you, causing pain, causing conflict, confusion, inner conflict. Um, like the card says it all. Some of these cards like really, really capture the energy of what they're trying to say really well. That I don't even have to say anything. That I can't even say anything else about them. So when I feel lost for words when I'm talking about a card, it's because the image in the card really captures the energy so well that I don't know what else to say. And that's how I feel about this card. Um, so yeah, so feeling this energy that could happen before the end of this year for some of you. Like, and by the before the end of this year, I don't mean like literally a few days before New Year. It could be tomorrow, it could be next month, could be next week. I don't know. But before the end of this year, there could be this going on for some of you. It could be like deep rooted as well. It could change your whole worldview. Something that would change your whole worldview, and you maybe need to refine and redefine yourself because of this. Um, so I'm not going to go over the stages that I already mentioned. I'm going to try and focus on the individual cards and pair them up as well. So I've already said what I wanted to say about the whole cards. That might be a message for someone. Now, for other people, could be more this single card is for you. Could be more this single card is for you. So finding yourself, searching, or could be more. I'm going to get to this. Leaving the best for last, or the best. Some of you may see this as the best. Let's the more positive, leaving the most positive for last. Um, so Eight of Cups, because this isn't bad either, but Eight of Cups. Um, leaving something behind. So before the end of this year, you may be leaving something behind, walking away from something or someone. I'm seeing old flame as well. Maybe there was like an old flame that whose energy was still surrounding you, and you'll finally be letting that go, to float away and never. I'm seeing never looking back. So letting something go and never looking back. Could be your old self. Um, so I'm seeing looking towards a clearer sky, so clarity as well. Maybe there's something maybe you're obsessed about because this is fire in the cup, I believe. So I'm seeing that also as obsession. Maybe there's something you're obsessed about and you're finally letting that obsession go and you're moving towards clarity and a more so like the sun is there as well. The sun is a more, should I say, gentle flame? I don't know. It's huge. It's, I don't know how to describe it. So you're leaving something behind before the end of this year. I've given a few examples. Could be something else for some of you. And then for others of you, it could be that this card is more for you. Nine of Pentacles, you will be receiving, and okay, not exactly receiving, but okay, yeah, receiving or reaching out and taking. Because this isn't just like it drops and falls into your hand. This is you seeing it and taking it. So by this I mean the fruits of your labor. For some of you, it could be less specific to reaching and taking. For some of you, it's just feeling that you've achieved something, achieved this thing rather. So Seven of Pentacles is someone who's waiting patiently as the thing they've planted grows. And Nine of Pentacles is them finally taking the fruits of their labor. So finally reaping their rewards, I think is the right word, the right phrase. And she's not just taking one, because she has one in the pot already. She's taking everything. So like the world has all these things to offer and you can take as much as you want basically, so that you may be receiving lots of things before the end of this year. Could be Christmas presents, could be something else, could be a range of things, could be less so from another person, more so from the universe. For some of you, could be less so from the universe, more so from one person or lots of different people. So generally receiving, for example, maybe for some reason you receive suddenly 500, I don't know, pounds, dollars, whichever currency you use. And then another day someone um helps you fix, maybe like there was something in your house that's been broken for so long and someone finally helps you fix it. Just an example. So there's lots of good things happening. So good luck, I guess, is the best way to put it. So this is the top of the deck energy. Just to clarify, this is poking out in the thing. Um, so these two cards together, I would just say is walking away from one thing and then receiving even more things in return, I guess. So you put there's one thing, because when you, if I feel like this is something that's been quite difficult to do. So it's either you've done this and you're waiting for this, or you're gonna have to go through both of them for some of you. But maybe there's something that you hold really close and dear to you, because fire is warmth and fire is addicting. Like addicting as in it spreads and it can't be controlled and all these things. So there's something you held close to you and you had to put it down. And by having the strength to put that thing down, you've been able to receive even more things, um, even more amazing things as well. Um, for some of you, it's more about healing from something. Maybe you've lost your worldview and refinding how you see the world. So redefining how you see the world for some of you. Just gonna move hands. Okay, so I'll leave these for now. Um, so the Hermit card is really, I love the Hermit card. It's so pretty. I like the abstract meanings to the Hermit card. There's different ways to interpret it. So it's really interesting. It's like a whole hero's journey story. With the High Priestess, so spiritual could be this spiritual knowledge, spiritual awareness, spiritually knowing something. This is someone who knows something. For some of you, maybe embodying this Empress, because it Empress, this High Priestess. I always mix up the two. Maybe embodying this High Priestess. For some of you, I'm seeing unveiling the cloaks. So you're seeing the way. You're finally seeing the path. towards maybe yourself or towards whatever it is you're looking for. Um, I'm saying maybe really getting into your spirituality and like your religion if you are religious. With the she has like I think a cross on her thing. Like all the jewelry she's wearing just feel very spiritual. Generally, I'd say. Um, so some things may be a mystery for some of you. Some things may be revealed for some of you. For some of you, you may be developing your intuition rather. Um, for some of you, you may be going into like a spirit. If you like, again, it depends. Some people may not believe in other spiritual planes. I do understand and respect that. But if you do believe in it, then some of you may be like going into. So, for example, it could be simply meditating more, or it could be something more like past life regression, um, or is it shamanic journeys, or something else. There's another one, Kundalini, I think. So different kinds depends on your beliefs and what you believe in, what you know, your religion and stuff like that. So walking away, then you have. So it's interesting. You have the Ace. Don't mind the tower there. Um, the Ace. I feel like the tower and the Death, Three of Swords. Those are the kind of cards that scare people. Understandably though, they can be quite scary. The Ace of Pentacles. So Ace of Pentacles again, new beginnings, starting new things, new projects, new finances, new. So this seed growing into this. So for some of you, you may be starting this at this stage, and reaching. Remember when the tree grows an apple, the apple falls. When you pick the apples you want, but you can replant the apples and grow another tree. So it could be this cycle of well, basically this little cycle where you reap the benefits of what you've done, and a new cycle begins. Basically, um, with this Ace and Nine of Pentacles. But either way, I'm seeing receiving blessings. So the Tower card, you have the Empress there, and then you have the that card. Well, this is 12 minutes. Okay, Tower card breakdowns, new mental. So this, I feel like this Tower card is talking about this Hermit card. For some of you, this Tower card is what this was, and then it leads to this. So remember that when the Tower breaks, a new one is built again, stronger, like muscles. Um, This is a very beautiful tower card, I have to say. Sometimes I do see this as more of a shock rather than a mental breakdown. See it more like something shocking happens that sort of lights your flame or lights your passion. For some of you, it's more of the like a tower moment. For others, it's maybe more of like a shock sort of thing. Um, no more top of the deck energies. That's enough. So King of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. So again, flame, passion, happiness, joy, rechanging. I love how I put these cards all together. I don't do it on purpose. So like this flame could be this lightning lighting this Queen of Wands energy within you. Or it could be again this tower moment, changing who you were before. Maybe this is what you were before, maybe this is how you come out the other end as after this whole tower moment. Could become more like this, or this is maybe how you were before. For some of you, this is less about these two cards, more about this card by itself. So I'm saying I do this like partying or just enjoying life. You have the Ten of Swords as well. So hope. I do see this card as hope. So even after this, if there was a betrayal of some kind, this is Ten of Swords betrayal. If there was a betrayal of some kind, there's hope. Basically, not all is lost. Seeing ahead into the future, knowing that there's more ahead. It's not just the same scenery all the time. Um, yeah, and then the King of Cups. So handle of your emotions, understanding yourself, and being able to stay calm even when things like this and this happen. Staying calm, regardless of the situation, basically. So something may happen in some of your lives that could lead to that could rock your boat, I guess. But the boat may be rocked, but staying calm is important. Um, so understanding your emotions. So I'm going to leave that there. This did become quite messy, but thank you for watching. Hopefully this resonated. If it didn't, that's okay. If you like to, you can like, share, comment, or subscribe. That's if you like to. No force, no pressure. I'm going to leave this there.